Alright, hey guys, it's Curtis Ferguson. I'm here to break down last Sunday's matchups between the San Antonio Spurs and the Dallas Mavericks and the Houston Rockets and Portland Trailblazers. Let's start off first with the San Antonio Spurs and Dallas. San Antonio goes on to win this game by 5, and just as the numbers kind of show, it was a very close and competitive game throughout. San Antonio, behind Tim Duncan and Tony Parker, were able to come back from behind in the fourth quarter and take the lead and actually hold Dallas scoreless for roughly 5 minutes. That's the kind of championship pedigree and experience down the stretch that you expect to see from the San Antonio Spurs. It's just the way that we're kind of used to seeing things happen down here. That being said, Dallas didn't roll over and just let them win. Behind Monte Ellis and Devin Harris, they were able to really keep this game close and definitely give a lot of Spurs fans a little bit of a heartache there towards the end. But like I said, San Antonio was able to come through with big plays down the stretch and end up winning this game by 5. And then looking at the other matchup from Sunday, being Portland and Houston, to me this has to be the most exciting playoff matchup that we have this year. They match up with each other so well in many multiple areas, from everywhere from the guard to the center, really. It's an exciting matchup to see. And Portland really surprising with their young players, but they played like they'd been there before. LaMarcus Aldridge had a career high, I believe it was 47 points, and just put up monster stats. And that's what you need if you're Portland to really win this series. Not only did LaMarcus step up, but Damian Aldridge, who was playing in his very first playoff game, played like he was the all-star that he is. I mean, let's face it, the guy is cold. He knows what to do in late quarter situations. He's not afraid to take shots. He never has been. And that's the kind of person that you need as a leader on your court, especially at the point guard position. For Houston, James Harden kind of started off a little slow to me. And he really kind of bailed himself out in the fourth quarter. He didn't play big like you really expect him to. Yeah, he made some free throws towards the end that helped to keep it close and made the game interesting, but the very last second shot to me that he took, it was really a bailout. He wasn't looking to make the shot. He was looking to draw the foul instead, and when you try and do that in a late game situation, they very rarely call it for you. So with that being said, yeah, it was a close game, but I want to see more out of James Harden and especially Dwight Howard down the stretch. They really need to take over the game in these late last-minute situations if they plan on winning a championship. I mean, that's what you have to do. There were definitely some iffy calls, especially within the last 2 minutes of the game. Dwight Howard fouling out and Robin Lopez fouling out were both really iffy in my eyes. The first one with Robin Lopez, Dwight Howard clearly travels before there's any sort of contact, and they kind of bail him out by saying there was a foul on Robin Lopez, which just happened to be his 6th. It was a big blow for Portland. Robin Lopez has done a lot for him this year, but at the same time, nowhere near as damaging of a blow as it was for Dwight Howard to foul out. I believe it was the very next play. He's clearly being held onto by a Portland player, and somehow they still managed to call it against him. And I really just have a big problem with that kind of officiating, especially in a playoff game where every single little thing is going to have an effect. But that being said, great game. It's going to be a great series. We'll see if Houston can respond tonight. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.